Oh, welcome back to the Sleepy Keys Tingle Network. Today on the program, we have a lovely collection of 2 spring-inspired, gorgeous decorative plates. One of which is an Easter 1992 commemorative Avon plate, and the other is a gorgeous spring scene of whimsical kids playing outside with some cats and stuff. And this collection could be yours today for the low price of $29.99. That is a steal, folks, for a commemorative collector's edition springtime plate and the Avon Easter 1992 decorative plate. Now, I do want to go through and talk a little bit more about each one of the plates in this collection. But, you know, it's been a busy day here on the Sleepy Keys Tingle Network. And I just went to grab my blazer. And Barbara, I did notice that I did have a little bit of lint. So would you mind helping me out by throwing me a lint roller? Could you? Thank you. Thank you. You know, we look out for each other here on the Sleepy Keys Tingle Network. And sometimes, you know, the dry cleaner does a good job, but you throw your jacket on the back of your, you know, work chair, and it picks up a little bit of lint. And in this case, I've picked up a lot of lint. So, not something I'd usually do on the air, but in this case, it should just take a moment. So. Okay, that's probably going to do it. Honestly, if it's got a little bit of stickiness left, I might as well get the table while I'm at it. Right. There we go. Yeah, this table picks up so much lint and glitter and just a lot of debris throughout filming. Need to get this side too. Gosh, there's still a little bit of stickiness left. Bruce, come here a minute. Let me get your top there. Yeah. And you got a little dandruff around on the back of your jacket. Let me get that. And let me see your sleeve. Okay, great. All right, all done. Here, Barbara, can you take that? Well, there you go. A little bit of behind the scenes. On the Sleepy Keys Tingle Network. You know, we're just filming. We're just constantly filming all day long. And there's not always a good break to, you know, get done what you need to get done. Anyways, back to these beautiful spring plates. Okay, looking at these 2 plates together, that's a lot of beauty to take in one frame, right? So let's just look at these individually. I'm going to start with this beautiful beautiful plate. Now, this is the Denim Days by Homco, and it's the 1985 Home Interiors and Gifts, number 1505, crafted in Taiwan, decorative plate. Now, Denim Days. Yeah, I can see that. What we're looking at here is such a fun summertime, springtime theme where we've got these fun, whimsical little characters on this decorative plate. Now this is hand painted, and this is a plate that's really only for walls. This is not something that you can consume food off of because obviously it's been hand painted and you can't just throw it in the dishwasher or anything like that. If you do end up getting this soiled or it collects dust, you're just going to want to use a rag and a little bit of water to wipe it clean. If it does get extra soiled, you can use a little bit of a mild soap, but do not submerge it. Otherwise, you're gonna wipe off this gorgeous hand painted detail. Now, what you're looking at here is a delightful springtime theme. We have an outdoor scene, and in this scene, there are it's obviously a lovely spring or summer day. And in the background, I believe we must be near a body of water or a little lake or pond because this looks like a weeping willow tree, right? With such beautiful detail and a lot of texture. On the other side, we have some other greenery, other trees. Could be another weeping willow, but it might also just be, oh gosh, maybe an oak, maybe a silver maple. Can't really tell from this angle. But the two kids here, they've got their little outdoor shoes on. You know, they're not going to booger up their good shoes going out to play. And this kid, she's got a little bow in her hair. He's got a little hat, right? And then they have their denim on because this is Denim Days. So it is jeans. You know, some people call them jeans. Your denim, Levi's, that's a name brand. But she's got her teddy bear outside. So if that gets soiled, that is going to have to go through the washing machine when she gets back home. But then they've also brought their cats as well. And it looks like two of the cats are in the basket here. And I don't think this is a Longaburger basket because I wouldn't put my cats in a Longaburger. But they've brought the cats outside, or perhaps they found the cats outside and then they're scheming on how to take them inside. Now this is a classic move. There's also this cat out here. Now I'm not sure if these two are kittens and this cat is the adult cat, or perhaps all three are kittens. And this kitten here is thinking, oh, why don't I get to go in the basket? Am I not special? Those two got to go in the basket. What about me? So that's why he's kind of looking off to the side, just wondering, why am I being left out of the basket situation? And maybe if she put down her bear, she could have held me instead. We really can't be sure. Anyways, here's what they're scheming. They were out and about, and they went down to the pond, lake, in their denim, in their coveralls, right? They're having a good time, and then they come across these kittens or these cats, and they're thinking, okay, how are we going to be able to talk, mom and dad into letting us keep these cats? Now I get it. Maybe they already have, pets. Perhaps even they have a dog, and the dog doesn't get along with cats. And maybe this cat knows about that already. So they're scheming, and she says, well, we could say that we found them and they don't have a home to go to, so we want to keep them. And he's thinking, I don't know, I don't think that's a good enough sale, just because they're cute. So she needs to go back to the drawing board and think about strategy. Now, if the two of them work together to convince the parents, yeah, we need to keep all of these cats, they'll have a better chance of then having having the pets as cats as pets. But you know what? We can't be sure if that's what Denim Days, this piece is all about, because maybe they found these cats, and the cats had actually been people. Their other two friends, Sally and Joey or whatever. And Sally and Joey had found perhaps a special brooch with cats on it, and perhaps that special brooch with cats on it had a Latin inscription, right? And then Joey and Sally read the Latin inscription. Then they said it 3 times, and then Joey and Sally turned into cats. And now they saw the whole thing happen, right? Their other friends, these two, right? Denim Days is perhaps a story about a haunted cat brooch and their friends turning into two cats. Once they wrangled Sally and Jody as they had turned into cats, they put him into this basket. And they thought, now what's going on? This look in his eyes, he's thinking, how are we going to explain this to the parents, right? How are we going to say that they read a Latin inscription on a haunted brooch and turned into cats? It's going to be a whole thing, and the parents aren't going to believe them. Then they're going to need to get the authorities out there. It's going to be too far-fetched. So, she's actually got the bear there because she doesn't know how she's going to explain the story. So it's more of a security thing, right? It's more of a security blanket, emotional support bear, if you will. And he's thinking, I don't like this whole thing. Maybe we should just tell the truth. She's saying, no, we got to come up with an elaborate scheme so that they don't know that they turn into cats. But then there's a real cat. But now they're not sure if this real cat is also a person that read the Latin inscription. So that's why this cat's kind of just chilling off to the side, thinking, I hope they realize that also I have been affected by this haunted brooch. And I do hope to turn back into a person again. Please figure out how to do that. So, Denim Days on the surface may look like, just a classic American scene of going out in your coveralls, playing outside by the pond. But in reality, it might just be a much deeper story about haunted brooches. We can't be sure. We're not going to send you this beautiful plate without a way to hang it, right? So that's where this comes in. We've got the adjustable spring hangers. Again, because this is not a plate for eating. It's a plate for looking at and pondering. There's a lot of pondering happening here. Not ponding, that's the pond behind it, but pondering. So, the plate hanger, very easy. You attach this to the back, right, with these plastic-coated hooks, so it's not going to hurt the integrity or the paint of these plates. That attaches to the back, and then the plates, the springs can be adjusted to then fit any plate size. I believe 8 inches to a 10-inch plate. So this is for your larger plate. Now, our next plate does not come with the hanger piece because it is more of a tabletop decorative plate. Now let me show you that one. This plate is much smaller. This is the Easter 1992 Avon commemorative decorative plate. Now, this is a smaller plate, and it's really more so for just putting atop your dresser, maybe on the bathroom sink. You could do a vanity, just a plate that's going to be for your, to catch your bobby pins. Gotta have a place to put those. Or a plate that you set your rings in, maybe your earrings and jewelry. But what it's not is a plate that you can eat off of, okay? Do not eat off of this plate. It says so on the back right here. Caution, not for food use. May poison food. So I'm not making that up. It's not something you want to eat off of. Just be sure not to do that. It's for decorative purposes only. But why would you want to eat off something so pretty anyways? Because this is such a beautiful decoration. Now, what we're looking at here is, I guess a family. Looks to me like this is a family outing where they've got. I don't want to make assumptions. This is probably Easter bunny, Papa, Mama, and baby, and little lady, and they're outside and they're eating some delicious springtime favorites like bowl of eggs, because it's not Easter without a bowl of eggs. And you know what? They're not eating them. I'm sorry. They're actually decorating Easter eggs. So again, I love to see the anthropomorphic styles in my decorative plates, and this is certainly that, because you don't usually see, bunny rabbits dressed up like humans doing human activities such as decorating Easter eggs. Now, what I love about this plate is that they're decorating the Easter eggs outside. That's probably one of the, least far-fetched themes I have seen on a plate, because if you do the Easter egg decorating inside, you run the risk of, having some of the dye get on your tablecloth, and it's not going to come out, or it's not going to come out easily, that's for sure. And it looks like they're using, reds, oranges, yellows. You could certainly always plan ahead and decide, I'm going to put down, some parchment paper, or I'm going to throw down, an old trash bag, or maybe some sheets or something that just for craft purposes. But if you forget, and then you get that dye on your tablecloth, it's going to be ruined. Now at that point, what you could do instead is just say, hey, I'm going to dye my whole entire tablecloth. We're just going to change the whole color of it. So maybe it's not the worst thing, and then you get a new stylish tablecloth out of it. But not these folks. Look, how springtime is this? There's a little butterfly, and she's painting a Easter egg with a motif of like a hot pink color, and then a blue over top. She's got a little flower in her bunny ear hair, and then Mama's got the little flower too, and a paintbrush. Looks like she is right-handed, right? Because I'm looking at her this way, she's painting that way, yet her daughter is left-handed. So that's interesting. I'm seeing a lot of springtime gingham. I love that. So there's like a plaid dress. This one's a little more polka dot and stripes. He's got the gingham sleeves, and it looks like the dad says, I'm going to do a stripe. I'm going to do a boring horizontal stripe, but I kind of like it. I kind of like the color combination of yellow and then a green stripe. And then, this might be Denim Days for this bunny rabbit family, because he's got some coveralls on too. Yeah, I guess when you get into the summer season, that's when you got to put your coveralls on. And then for the bunnies, of course, you do need to have an opening in the back of the coveralls for the tail to stick out. And then they've got their dyes here. So there's the yellow, the pink. Oh, and look, he's got the little spoon. So this little baby bunny here, dipping the egg to do a full coating of one color. What you could also do, tape maybe half of it, just regular old Scotch tape, or masking if you have that around too. Then you can do a dual color egg where you've got, pink on the bottom and then maybe the yellow on the top. But it looks like he's done a full dip into the pink color. And maybe that's what's going on with this one. Maybe they're going to dip this one pink and then do a half color, half dip. But everyone seems to be working well and having a good time. Seems to me like it's a fun family activity to decorate eggs. And ideally they'll be eating them afterwards as well. So it's not just for decoration, but also, eating use. But they did some fun ones down here. Polka dots, stripe, polka dot. Actually, it looks like Mama's the artist here because she's got some little flower patterns on that egg. And I just love all the colors in this plate because, what does it say? Cheryl Hart. Anyways, the artist looks like it's Cheryl. This is very, so Cheryl. Such as lovely spring grass scene, family activities, Easter egg decorating, butterflies, beautiful blue skies, and then in case you're wondering what year it is, Easter 1992. It says it right there. And what better way to commemorate Easter 1992 than with a plate like this? Now, this is called Colorful Moments because they are indeed coloring the Easter eggs. I maybe would have called it Easter egg dyeing family good times, but that's a little bit long, so I can understand why it would have been titled something different. But it says Colorful Moments 1992 Easter plate. And this is porcelain. This is a porcelain plate, unlike our Denim Days plate, which is actually a ceramic and a lot more three-dimensional. This one's shiny. And it is a Avon plate, and it is trimmed in 22 karat gold. Do you see how there's a gold stripe around the outside here? That gold stripe is 22 carats of gold. It's just a little bit of gold, but it's 22 carats, folks. So you're getting a gorgeous Easter-themed, beautiful, fun and whimsical bunny rabbit Easter egg decorating plate and 22 karat gold on the outside. These plates would make a lovely gift for Easter, and while they won't fit inside of one of those little plastic Easter eggs, they would be much appreciated, I'm sure, by nieces, nephews, grandnieces, nephews, aunts, uncles, cousins, whatever it may be, to then gift this as a way to commemorate Easter 1992 or Denim Days. Or you can get them for yourself. For the low price of $29.99, though, you may want to get a set for you and a set to gift. But that's up to you. Whatever you do, you will want to call soon because this is a limited time deal and this price and these products will not last. So do give us a call on the Sleepy Keys Tingle Network to purchase these gorgeous, beautiful, fun springtime Easter plates, yours today for the low price of $29.99. All right, well, we hope to hear from you soon.